pour me a cup of that Joe. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, baby. Let's start the show.
Oh, let me.
Happy New Year, newborn king.
I don't know the words to Auld Lang Syne, but that's the song you sing, right?
Old Lane's eyes.
Yeah, Todd knows it.
Do I have I did a walk of shame this morning in my 2020 glasses. Do I have pretty...
You're sunburnt.
Sunburnt in the shape of a
You're
2020.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you meant you were wearing glasses, but they were 2020 vision, so they don't change anything.
That's what I was talking about.
I will say the shape of those 2020 glasses is a little odd. You would think the eye holes would both be in the zeros, but the whole 2020 is off to the left of your face.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw me walking into every pole last night.
Absolutely.
Yeah, something about all my 2020 Gs.
Yeah.
I saw Uncut Jims, and I'm obsessed.
You did.
Of course.
Obsessed with, of course, my name is BC. Like KG. Talk about KG?
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, KG.
Star
KG.
of the movie Uncut
BC.
I'm
Gems.
obsessed with doing initials.
All right, BC, we can call you before Christ.
Well,
Yes.
did you catch?
What is it, TP?
Did you catch? Thank you.
Very fitting nickname
I
for
don't
you,
want
in
to
fact.
spoil the movie for anyone because I don't think Howard's seen it.
Nope.
But
okay.
I make a pretty big appearance near the end of that movie. They ended up recasting a guy that looked a
Is he
little
the
more
guy in
normal.
the camera?
A little more normal.
Wait a minute.
No, guy in the
The two
casino.
twins?
Guy in the casino with the bedroom.
With the bedroom.
Hang on.
Of course, with the bedroom.
Did you
Casino man.
guys go see Uncut Gems without me?
No,
we all
no.
saw it separately.
We all saw it separate.
You sure?
Or did y'all see it together?
Well, we all individually saw it separately, but we did run into each
Yeah,
other.
we ran
at
into
the
each
theater.
other at the theater.
yeah, well, yeah. And
'Cause I
let's
had
just say
plans
we
to go see
felt
it.
each other when we saw certain people on screen.
Really?
I mean, I'm just dying to take pictures of most of it.
Lot
The
of-
two twins.
Two
They
twins.
cut, remember that?
Yeah.
Like they cut to him in the camera footage
No
outside
spoilers.
towards the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's a cutaway to his head as a lol.
That's a little
Like,
cutaway.
well, let's get the funniest looking head
Right.
to appear in the security
Well-
footage.
Well, that's weird.
No
I
spoilers.
made plans to go see the movie, but I got turned around and my Uber driver took me somewhere else.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah.
That is a
The
damn
Uber I
shame.
got you?
Yeah, you
That's a
said, hey,
damn
that's
shame.
the name of the
Destination was
movie.
changed.
The destination was changed.
At
in the
least
mid-route?
another theater or something like that, right?
No, not even a theater.
Well, somewhere close to where you were going.
No, it was a
not
theater.
cross country.
No, it was. Well, I think we did cross the state line.
Just
Oh,
one?
please don't tell me it was a duck boat.
Huh?
Don't tell me it was amphibious.
I
Don't
got.
tell me you
I-
crossed the Pacific
I fell asleep.
or Atlantic.
I fell asleep and I woke up
Guam?
on what I thought was a ferry. Turns out it was a duck boat.
Wow,
Oh,
a
no.
duck
So
boat
So
to
you were
Guam.
on a duck boat to Guam.
That sounded nice.
yeah, I
duck
woke-
boat to Guam.
I woke up and I saw Land Ho. As I heard someone scream Land Ho.
Now, is that a movie?
I wasn't sure when I heard it.
So you were lost at one point because I feel like people only scream land ho after
When they
their
finally
off
see land.
course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we landed in the duck boat landed in Guam.
Okay.
Oh, duck boat to Guam.
yeah.
I
And-
tell you, I'm going to write that down. I think that's my play this semester.
That sounds like a
Duck
feature.
boat to Guam. It's a musical.
But anyway, I was supposed to be going to see Uncut Gems, but I ended up in Guam, spent a couple days there, rang in the New Year there.
Wow.
And it came.
Well, Happy New
Well,
Year.
at least your plane back that we booked you a ticket for came back straight to Hamilton.
I
right?
wish it did.
Uh-oh.
No, it didn't. In fact,
Wait,
I
you're talking about the plane ticket that I got you.
right. That
Mid-route change?
I'll say this also. The plane itself left a little bit to be desired. In fact, it left being a plane to be desired.
Well, it was
because-
Hoover
plane.
plane.
Well,
Was a bird plane?
It was-
Or what was it?
it was a bird plane. I'll tell you this.
So like a duck boat.
I think it was a duck plane.
A duck plane.
It's a duck plane.
Okay.
Looked like
Okay,
a
so
mallard.
it could be in the air or also
Underwater.
Underwater?
Wow,
Yeah.
that is truly amphibious.
So that's like a duck plane. Yeah, like you
yeah.
said.
That's birdphibious.
Well, where did it go to? Say a funny place.
Well, I thought
With a weird word?
It seemed
Not
like
that Guam is weird.
It seemed like we were headed back to the
America?
States because
Yeah,
we were
of course.
over water for a long time. But then turns out we made it to Qatar.
Oh, my God.
I took a duck plane
You're
to
talking
Qatar.
about Nashville.
Duck
Guitar?
plane to Qatar, and we have a sequel to Duck Boat to Guam.
Or maybe my Qatar gently weeps. Well, when you got there, they probably did.
Yeah, well, okay, that's
That was the
funny.
headline.
That's
They
funny.
sobbed. It
I
wasn't
know.
gentle to it.
The national
I did see that
newspaper put out a story. American loser lands in weird plane, and it took fire all over Qatar. Which
But
makes
headline
sense.
was Qatar gently weeps.
Qatar, well, it was-
American
yes.
loser lands in They did two headlines.
Well, yeah, sub.
No, I saw it was two headlines, not sub. They couldn't pick because both were
Yeah, it's what he
Jesus.
said.
All
A
right.
classic half split of page.
good. Well, we're glad you're with us now, and I guess just Venmo Sam for the Uber.
Yeah,
and
those were
the,
not cheap.
Yeah.
the duck plane.
Well, damn. All right. Well, yeah. I guess we. Oh, goddamn.
Yes!
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Teacher's Lounge, the first, best, and only podcast pertaining to issues relevant to the Hamilton High School community.
It's a new decade,
Oh,
baby.
2020!
That's true, it is. It's the first day of 2020, Millennium Part 2 is what I've heard it called.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they call it that?
I don't know, because it's not a new millennium. In fact, it's just 2 decades into the same millennium, but some dumb guys
I think it
call
was Robbie
Millennium Part
Williams
2.
wanted to release a sequel to his Millennium song.
Wanted to and did.
And did.
We've heard it.
Millennium Part 2.
Yeah. It's good. We got an advanced copy. We're all good friends with Robbie Williams. We spent some time listening to it.
We
The
got really
original
into him.
Harry Styles.
We got really into him when that freaky video for Millennium came out.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
God, he takes off all his skin.
Yeah,
and
oh
it's
my God, it's gross.
very
I love that
freaky.
he's disgusting.
Very freaky.
Yeah, but anyway, I, of course, am your biology teacher, Howard, back it up, Levis. Here to sort of, I was going to say spin the discs, but this isn't a radio show.
Of course, the nickname comes from you recently went to a concert and the security guard just couldn't get you to the place you needed to be.
Yeah.
You really wanted to be on the rail?
Yeah, I got there 2.5 hours early, hanging out in line. I was seeing Jimmy Eat World.
Really?
Yeah, they're a band that I think is real good. Got there early with a bunch of 14, 15-year-old kids, and I threw some elbows to try to get
These
up to the
14 and 15-year-olds are just discovering Jimmy Eat World?
I was surprised.
Wow.
I was surprised. I looked up in the balcony. It seemed like a lot of people my age were up there, but I'm trying to be in the pit. You guys know I'm an emotional guy at heart.
Here you are. You get wild in the pit, but you never end up off the floor. Does that make sense?
You can't jump.
You're kind of the floor of the mosh pit.
Yeah,
You're mashed in the mosh pit.
I did. Well, and
You ended up being the center spoke in a lot of mosh pits, and you were badly bruised.
yeah.
Because you're
burned.
supposed to run back and then all converge into the center, but you would kind of just be this pole in the middle that everyone would smack.
Well,
Yeah, you were
because-
sort of the aim.
Yeah, they would sort of hit me, and I'd be dazed for a minute, and I'd be standing there, kind of getting my bearings, inner ear problems and whatnot. And they all run back to the edges, and then they all come slamming into me. And it honestly, guys, I farted.
Oh, wow.
You farted at a concert?
Farted at a
Oh
concert.
my God.
You're going to own up to that.
I can't hide it anymore. I can't hide
Well,
it
we were
anymore.
all looking for the dog you were blaming. So one place you can't blame a dog is a concert.
I know, and that's
One blind guy, you humiliated him and his dog.
I told him his dog farted.
Well, and the dog got embarrassed and ran away.
Yeah.
Dragged him
You
with him.
got that guy's dog's vest revoked.
Yeah, well, because
Too stinky to be a helper.
yeah.
You got the what is it called?
ASPCA?
Yes, ASPCA there.
Its helper vest got removed.
Right there on the
Right
spot.
to a praise chorus. I mean,
the Jimmy Eat World
it was
song.
very, very emotional for me.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the security guard kept telling me to back it up because I was too on the rail. At one point, he said I was on the other side of the rail. I said no, I'm not. And there was
Seems
Who
like a
was
pretty-
right?
Yeah.
Who was right?
Well, I know you were holding a guitar and speaking into a microphone, so it seems like that's the other side of the rail, my man.
Well, it depends on which side is the right side of the rail. He didn't make it clear. He said you're on the wrong side of the rail, and I said to you, asshole.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah, it's all about perspective. I'm where I belong. You know, I've always wanted to be a little bit of a rock star.
I came dressed like the girl from the Middle music video, brown panties, and I'm on the right side of the fence.
You saw my cosplay?
Yeah, I did. I saw the whole thing happen. I saw the toot. I saw the blame. I saw you dressed like
Panties.
Look, I watched a lot.
Robin.
Bruh.
Bra panties. Panties.
Well, Howard, we're so happy to have you with us. We're sorry you missed the movie.
It's okay.
You wouldn't like it. There's a lot of characters that you would find to be unsavory, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not a lot of
no.
Yeah.
Is that what I think it means?
It's just a broad generalization.
I mean, that was just. I really felt at home in the world of Uncut Gems. Sort of like obsessed with chaos, over talking. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You're obsessed with gambling, of course.
Of course.
Your personality.
I lost my shirt today. Lost my shirt.
That's right. I was walking up to record, and you were hopping out of your trunk nude. Your own trunk.
Yeah. Be careful now. We're inching towards things. There was none. That doesn't happen, Howard.
But every generation, an indie film fundamentally changes your personality.
Absolutely.
We remember it with Clerks. Yeah. We remember it with Mallrats.
Garden State.
Garden State. I was obsessed with 07 and digging graves with my friend.
Now, I'll say this, Bill. Everybody knows that your brain's been pretty occupied.
Bill Cravey here, coach. And that's and a couple other things.
And that's a couple other things.
I was just going to say, do you think Uncut Gems is going to be sort of your new reference base, or do you think it's still going to be mostly Chernobyl?
Well, we're moving on from Chernobyl, and I'm only referencing pinky rings now. And The Weeknd's first album.
Speaking of pinky rings, you're blinding me, my man. Those are nice.
Hey, thank you so much. These are pinky rings in my ear holes. So I got pinky ring earrings.
What is that?
How do you put those in?
Is that Walmart quarter machine pinky ring? Is that what that is?
That is.
How many carats of plastic is that?
Well, it's, I think it's like 14 carats.
Okay, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, so as you can tell, my lobes are rejecting them. My lobes are rejecting
Yeah, they're sort of a
plastic
mix
earrings.
between green, brown, and red, your lobes.
Yes, yeah. But I want to keep them on for a couple more hours.
They look good.
Hours?
They do look
I
good.
think you can manage that.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think it's a great look for the new year, you know? Really show off. Don't be so shy this year.
Don't be so shy.
Well, you can obviously tell what my resolutions are by how I'm dressed and what I'm doing, right?
Well, it looks like
So
you're trying to get
based
into the
on
diamond game.
Okay, yes. So obviously one resolution was me, wear more jewelry.
That's right.
Other things that are standing out in me, throw them out.
It seems like hot yoga might be one of them.
Yes, it is. I'm drenched, I stink, and I'm Shavasana. I am chilled out.
Oh, good.
And of course, I'm standing on one toe.
Which is impressive.
The final
Classic.
pose.
Yeah.
The final most
final
advanced
pose.
Yes.
pose.
This pose I'm calling the broke toe.
You're naming it.
I named it. Well, that's what
Well, the student has become the teacher, truly.
Yes.
Classic Bill Cravey.
Yeah. I cranked up I built a fire in today's class. I built a little excess heat.
Well, and I was there for that. Sexy Sammy over here, Sammy Whammy.
Sammy Whammy.
And I took one of your exercise classes because, you know, it's the new year and I'm making big change.
Yeah.
And I passed out and I woke up with second-degree burns.
Yes. You accidentally got swept into the sweat pile.
Yeah.
And you weren't allowed out.
At the end of the day, they mop up the sweat and put it in one big pile so everyone can see what you did in the studio
Yeah,
that day.
and then they
It's
burn
a
it.
monument. Yeah, it's
they
like a
burn it to
shrine.
get rid of the moisture. So
Yeah.
I'm coming into this year exactly how I want to be, relaxed with my feet up. I'm in a full body burn cast.
I was gonna say, it's your feet up was not necessarily a choice. It's kind of necessary because
Yeah, it's hung up by a rope in one of those beds, like an 80s movie.
you're wrapped
Can you eat
full
this
body
cookie real
gauze.
quick? Can you eat this cookie real
You're
quick?
going to have to put it closer.
All right, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
You kind of look like the.
I need milk. I need
Now, I will give you $5,000 if you can tell me who shot Alexander Hamilton. I don't know. I can't hear it. Mouthful of cookie and time's up.
Oh, if only you would have given me some milk, I would have told you it was Aaron Burr. Time's
Just
up.
a little late.
Time's up. Anyway, I'm burnt, but I'm happy. Welcome into the new year, baby. I shed my skin just like a snake, and I can only assume it's going to come back stronger and thicker.
I feel like you should have waited to get that burnt but happy tattoo until your body healed a little bit.
I know. I got it right on the flaking skin, and it's like, what a waste.
Yeah, you
what
lost
a
it.
waste.
But now you know, and I think burnt but happy caught on. I saw the hashtag caught on Twitter.
yeah.
A lot of chefs started using it. Which is exciting.
What is it? Burp what?
Burnt but happy.
You can't really read it.
happy.
You can't really read it because he did get it on his flaky skin, so he lost a couple letters, and it does.
I'm going
say,
back in, though. I'm going back in
Right.
for another
'Cause-
one because I am
back
hashtag burnt but happy.
Right, because right now it does say "burn you, pee-pee."
It does say burn you pee-pee, which sounds like I'm talking to my own penis that I've given a venereal disease to as punishment.
Yeah, you're like-
But that's not what this means.
Because a lot of people have been saying that.
Yeah.
People
this-
are walking by and being, wait, are you yelling at your people that you give a VD to punish it?
I know
Yeah.
it looks
Well,
like
that
so
is the-
obvious.
That is the new craze I'm hearing on the street is like out with spanking and in with getting a VD, giving someone a VD as
You're talking
punishment.
parents,
Children. If your kid is out of control, throw a little syphilis in
teach them
there.
a real lesson. Go
Teach 'em
make
a
them get
real
some
lesson.
penicillin.
That's right.
Yes, and withhold the antibiotics.
Yes.
until they've learned their
But,
lesson.
hey, because timeout you can't do anymore. They've got their iPhones, they've got their iPads,
Yeah, it's
they've got
impossible.
their iPods,
And you can't hit
they've got
your
their
kids.
shuffles. You can't hit them anymore because they're stronger than us now.
That's the problem. That's the
Yeah, it's
problem.
not
too
that
strong all the
corporals-
hormones.
No,
wrong.
it's evolution. These kids are getting stronger.
Yes, they've
And they're eating
evolved.
better food.
Well,
they got better trainers.
Only the strongest survive. So the
Literally.
ones that died from spanking go away, and then only the strong survive. So we got these kids with these big fat rumps.
Speaking of
and a lot
strongest
of parents
survive,
with broken hands.
Yeah.
speaking of strongest survive, I have to say, I feel like my life has been so trying. I may live to 1,000 because everything I've been through and lived through, I think is making me a lot stronger. You
You're-
know how I cut off all my fingers?
Yeah.
Well, they're back.
That is awesome.
I'm like a human burnt starfish.
This is awesome.
I know.
This is awesome.
We
I
were
know.
so worried they were gone for good.
Yeah,
And it
I was
like,
chopping them up, putting them into my food on accident.
Yeah.
You know, well, they're back, baby.
Then it was delicious, and we were like, well, that's the last we'll ever eat those. He only has 10 fingers.
Right. Those are some of the best fingerling potatoes you ever had.
Well, good, because we've been having trouble hailing a cab ever since you last lost those fingers, and now we're back.
Hey, just give me 6 to 10 months, and I'll be right back out there hailing a cab with you, boys.
So it takes a little longer than Shaloub and Men in Black. It's not an
well,
immediate.
the fingers are growing back, but the skin thing is dire. I think we're going to have to record in the
The
hospital.
problem
for the
is the middle finger and the thumb grow first, so you're constantly offending people.
Oh my God, women on the street hate me.
Yes.
Men are like, okay, interesting.
Well, men are giving you the thumbs up. Thank you for the bird. That's a man, obviously.
Thank you. I love this.
I love
that.
getting
We
a
need
bird.
more of this.
A bird is just as much as acknowledgement as a hug
It's a sign of
or a
respect.
kiss.
Yeah.
Bird.
The old Slavs know
it's a
our
hug or a kiss.
The old Slavs know our favorite bird. Well, we got two favorite birds. One is stiff middle finger, clasped thumb, just as stiff as you can.
No
The-
other
a
fingers
finger-
but
yeah.
the middle.
No
exist.
other fingers but the middle, and then squeeze the rest of them
A
into the
finger
middle.
that looks how Bill's
Yes.
voice sounds right
Yes,
now.
it's just a tight finger. And then our other one is
Hear it,
throw
hear it.
out the thumb hard, and then just you barely differentiate the middle finger from the rest of the
Everything's
fingers.
curled.
And everything's kind of curled, and you're
Thumb is
throwing
strong, middle is a little out.
But it's also important to have strong knuckle next to the finger.
it. Yes. So listen, slobs, send us your best finger.
Yeah,
Throw
tweet out his
our
best
two
finger.
favorite fingers, and we'll tell you that's one of our two
Yeah,
favorite
if you
fingers.
get it right, we'll reply. If you get it wrong, no thanks.
And
And
make
in
sure
case-
burnt but happy as a hashtag so we know what you're talking about.
And don't get us wrong, we're not talking about multiple fingers here. Everyone is the middle is the bird.
Or third option, flip us your favorite bird. Maybe there's a better one.
Interesting.
We're open to better birds.
This is avant-garde.
Obviously, the voice you're hearing right now is Todd Padre. You've probably seen me in the news from my now famous lawsuit with Uncut Jims, the strip club, for discriminating against me. they wouldn't hire me because
JIM?
Uncut Jims. Okay. Yeah, it's all strippers with foreskins and
full nude male strippers.
Full nude male strippers,
And they're also a little bit flabby.
and a little. Yeah, they're also uncut in the sense of like workout abs and whatnot.
Right.
And they would not hire me because, of course, I am circumcised.
Circumcised.
Well, you
So
were
you're-
circumcised in a pigsty.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. One of the most anti-Jewish things you can possibly do.
As long as you don't eat them,
I
it's
was
fine.
circumcised in a pigsty by a lobster eating a cheeseburger.
Now that's crazy.
And it was a Palestinian lobster.
Oh my God.
Now, why did your family do this, Todd?
Well, because
Or was it the lobster?
It
Or
was,
was it the lobster force it?
One of these mean Palestinian lobsters said, I know we're going to do this, little baby.
no, the Palestinian lobster was above board.
Well, I mean,
that's
it's
good.
the perfect circumcision machine.
And they're born to circumcise.
That's the irony. You know, the universe wants balance. And that's why it gave Palestinians these perfect little circumcision claws.
That's right.
Right.
Well, my dad had a lot of lobster friends because he sold lobster and cheeseburgers to bad Jews. That's how he made his money.
What a killing.
And so he figured he could get the circumcision a little cheaper from a lobster in a pigsty.
What was his place called again?
Let's see.
I can't remember it.
Let's see.
What are all the details again?
Sold
Yeah.
lobsters and cheeseburgers.
To bad Jews.
Well, obviously, this was before I changed my last name to Padre. This was when I was in the Krabinowitz family.
Okay, I see.
Close.
So
We're
we
getting
have
really
Krabinowitz, lobster cheeseburger. What
Dad.
we got?
Profiting off of selling to bad version of yourself.
This may be
There's
impossible.
a lot of things to bring in to this name.
What was? I remember. It was McDonald's. And then he had to close down because of copyright issues.
Okay.
Good.
But
I'm
a lot
glad
of the
that
same
was
stuff
it.
as McDonald's. He would dress like a clown, big old shoes, ball pit, a lot of the same stuff. But yeah, so I'm in the middle of a lawsuit with Uncut Jims, and you probably read about me in the news. But I'm excited for the new year, and my resolution this year is to produce more art for art's sake.
That's awesome.
I got a little bit into commerce
For
last
art's sake.
year. Yeah, I got a little into commerce, and my friend Art just has not been liking my plays, and so
Yep.
I'm going to try to make him enjoy it. But Art is very.
Is he artistic?
He's avant-garde, I would say.
Okay.
Avant-garde art, yeah.
Avant-garde. You know,
Art, avant-garde, Funkle.
my friend Art Avant-garde Funkel.
Boo.
Oh my God, we just got booed.
Big boo from a man walking by.
Who booed us?
I think that was like getting catcalled,
Yeah.
but we got booed.
Yeah. Can we close the window?
No, I need the breeze.
Boo!
Okay, sir.
Boo, you old bag!
Oh wait, is that somebody watching them? What movie is that person watching?
It's from a video of a thing we did in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a reference to a personal video.
A person we all know
Yes.
saying that. Well, but I'm excited already for this new year. And in the past, I made a bunch of big resolutions that I couldn't keep. But this year, I'm going to be doing my new Duck Boat trilogy of musicals.
It seems like a big, because you only really have the first two ideas, so you got to write both of those and then come up with the third one.
We've got Duck Boat to Guam.
Yes,
Duck Plane to
Qatar,
Qatar.
and then we got nothing.
Well,
And the first two, I'm sure, will inspire
What are
the
you talking
third
about?
one.
We got Duck Train to Hell.
Okay.
Duck Train to Hell.
I'm on a duck train to hell. Writes itself.
That's what I saw.
Well,
yeah.
it's so nice that you're also doing these out of commerce. These big grabs based on huge titles are just for the art.
It's to speak my piece and my mind about the world and how I feel about things. And what better way than a big rock opera called Duck Boat to Guam about a man on a duck boat to the island president of Guam.
Straightforward.
It's very straightforward.
Yeah, that's good.
Very
Honestly,
personal.
that I kind of like that, Todd, because I feel like sometimes you go super metaphorical with your art. You know,
You talking about the movie I pitched to Marvel?
What is it?
Super metaphorical.
yeah. And they picked it up.
They did.
They picked it up and threw it in the trash. Is what they did.
Well, I think that's beautiful, Todd. That's a great resolution.
Sima Stanley?
Say that again.
Sima Stanley? Like metaphor?
Simile.
Simile.
like simile.
Sima Stanley. Yeah, that was the main character from Super Metaphorical.
Sima Stanley. Okay.
All right. But yeah, again, they threw it in the trash. And I just want to encourage all the students at Hamilton to do what we're doing and really be your best self this year.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I have a similar resolution.
Great.
This year, I'm just going to finally calm myself down and regrow my skin. I'm just really going to do it this year. I'm really going to just calm down.
Small goal.
No.
Well, as
it's
a
a
close,
full body goal.
As
Well-
a close friend of yours, Sam, let's give you something that we know you can achieve. This one seems a little hard to grow back all your skin.
What are you talking about? I got a skim membership. First of the
You
year, I
did.
got a skim membership.
You did get a skim membership.
And I'm gonna practice.
Now, I know in the past with gym memberships, you've kind of gotten a bad deal.
Yes.
With the skin membership, what is this place? This is
A
a
dermatologist?
It's like a dermatologist.
Oh.
It's called 24-hour skinness.
Okay.
And you can go there any time of day.
That's okay, good.
And for only $200,
Hey.
they'll put a little bit of that new skin that you use for blisters on part of your body.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just have to go about 1,000 times and stay in bed
$200
completely
a
rested.
session.
That's right. So that's
$200,000 you're spending for this.
Okay, Bill Nye the math guy over there.
Oh my God! Sign this guy up for class. Huh? I guess we know what Howard's resolution is: be a genius.
Well,
Mission accomplished. This is
Mission
like the
accomplished,
Iraq
George
War.
Bush. There we go.
well, that actually does. I mean, there's probably still more to talk about.
Are
with
you
your skip
new?
membership.
Are you doing math now, Howard?
Guys?
nude?
I just was.
Well, he's like,
my resolution for the year is to continue my education. So I'm gonna every week.
Adult education.
Yes,
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna learn a new
listening.
skill. I'm gonna take computer programming classes. I'm gonna take ballroom dance. I'm gonna
Every
do,
week's a different one.
as long as it takes for me to really get it. I just want to
Okay.
expand my mind, you know. Sometimes in Hamilton, a lot of people say it's a really small town, it's a really small school, you know. There's not a lot that people can do to sort of keep themselves growing and learning.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put myself out there, maybe meet some people. It's gonna be an exciting year for me.
That is so awesome. I have not learned a single thing since I lied my way through college. And since then, I just haven't been able to buckle down and open a book.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I can't take it in.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to an audiobook. I think it's really brave that you're learning.
It's tough. I mean, because that's one of my resolutions is to read more. Hold on. No, I mean read any.
Oh, now that was a good turn of phrase,
That
Bill.
was pretty good.
That's a good turn
you were
of
trying to be
phrase.
funny?
Yes.
I got to read more. I mean, read any. You're
That's-
doing a lot of these little jokes like this.
Yeah. I've been thinking about taking a comedy class.
Oh,
interesting.
okay. So you're going to take a class this year also.
Good.
Okay, great.
Cool. Maybe
I
we can do one
so.
together.
Yeah, you guys could take a comedy class together. Now, that would be interesting and see who the funniest in the class is, and maybe we'll have your teacher report in or something.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
one of them's the foil. Maybe one of them is the
Oh,
the
like
other
a
thing.
duo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
classic
Laurel
duo.
and Hardy.
Yeah, who's on
Laurel and
first?
Hardy.
Or,
Abbott and Costello.
Or like
Abbott
Laurel and
Costello.
Farty for you, I guess.
Well,
Yeah. Or,
yes, because he's part of the concert.
You might want to take a class. That was funny.
You should get in the class.
No, I
Should we all four take a comedy class together? Is
I don't
that-
need the class.
I don't think I did either. I already said it.
That's true. So
Okay.
it's back to just you two.
Just gonna regrow my skin.
Yeah, keep it simple. Yeah, we've got Howard and Bill, comedians over here. Howard's going to take his ballroom class.
Awesome.
his,
You guys should
his
go in cars
programming
together
class.
and get coffee.
Oh, is that how you do comedy?
I think so.
I think I've always heard that that's one method.
Okay.
Comedians in fake taxi getting coffee.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's maybe a good idea.
All right. Well, we've got our plan for the next 5 episodes. Maybe one. maybe 0.
Yeah.
But everybody, why don't you write down your resolution and just consider that for the rest of the year. That's what I did. It's what
don't
a
tell
lot
us-
of artists do is we make a vision board.
Don't tell us. This is for you guys. This
No.
isn't for us. This isn't for the world. This is for you to know what you want, you know? Because you're the only one that matters. Yeah. We are the children.
We are the children.
We are the ones that make a run up at the blessed I give it.
I'm on a duck boat to hell. What was that? Duck train to hell.
Duck train.
Oh, should we
You
take
know,
a break?
I gotta pee.
Oh, we
Yeah.
were already getting up to take a break. Do we have to say something?
I feel like you have to let them know so they don't run off.
No, that's
Everybody,
fine.
I'm
you guys
going
know
to
what's about
pee.
to happen.
If you hear a trickle, it's because we left the mics on too close to the toilet.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for sticking it out through the break. As usual, we got a guest in the lounge. We're really excited to have her. And that guest is Wanda.
Wanda, I'm a New Year's baby.
Happy New Year, Wanda.
Happy New Year to you. I just jumped out of my fit cake today.
Wow, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I wiggle around and show everybody my behind and give them a little bit of a kiss on the cheek and let them know it's going to be a good New Year.
Now, Wanda, my eyesight isn't great, and I think we have the same question here, Bill. I do not know if you are like an adult actress that gets hired, not adult like porn, but adult that gets hired to this, or this literally is what you are a New Year's
89
baby.
years old, and
Okay.
I've been playing the New Year's babe for 80 of them.
So were you born on New Year's, or you're just like you come there and be like, if somebody's born on the New Year, you jump out of a cake and show them your butt?
So cute. You boys are like, talk about, I'm a New Year's baby, and you're like real babies. Let me explain.
What does that mean
It
exactly?
means that for generations, I've been popping out of cakes at the Lions Club, and the Yucks Club, and the Fez Wearing Club, and the Hooligan Club, and I've been making parties better, and I've been doing a New Year's routine all this time.
Okay, so it's got nothing to do. You're just like you come to New Year's parties and you make them better.
It's a living.
It's like
Well, I
maybe.
knew I'd seen. Oh,
and
I've been at the Hooligan Club for
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
and
I was gonna
like,
say.
you look familiar.
Yeah, it's the Shriners is the Fez wearing club, right?
That's the one, but I'm getting a little old in the noggin, so I forget the words from time to time.
But even though you're getting a little older, you still wear the costume well. You look like a baby.
I have anorexia nervosa, which means I only eat pills and water every day, 3 times a day.
Oh, there's a name for that?
Yes.
Hey, me too.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
You're very thin too. From what I can tell, I don't have my readers on. Hold on, let me get my glasses.
Pulling up binoculars.
Hold on a second, getting my glasses.
Digging through her purse here.
Big binocular, you can see through the bag.
Just so everyone knows at home, she thinks she's got all the cake off of her face, but she hasn't.
Okay.
A lot of cake left.
Here are my glasses.
Big diaper.
And I can see you. Oh, yes, of course. Let me tell you something. That diaper bit never fails. Never, not once.
Okay, what is the diaper bit?
Well, I wear tassels on my nipples.
Okay.
And
Like a baby.
And a big old diaper.
Okay.
Do you know that some people have diaper? You know what a fetish is?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
When
yes.
Oh,
Someone,
yes.
someone likes to get a hard penis from something that's
Infantilism.
unusual. Correct.
Oh, okay. So you kind of do like an infantil, like a baby in a.
Hey, I'm a New Year's baby. Go, go, go.
Okay.
Oh, a little bit of a cheer.
So
It
it's,
looked like there was supposed to be a dance go with that, but she could not get out of the chair.
For Old Lang Syne, my dear. For Old Lang Syne. Boom, boom.
She mimed a gun in the air to those boom booms.
Of course I do. There was a time everyone could carry a gun right in their pants and take it out whenever they felt threatened at all. But your generation has changed it all.
I
You
know.
know that they have homosexuals now?
yeah,
Yes,
we do know that. We do
We
know
do.
that.
Boys are kissing boys.
I think that's always existed.
Yeah.
They must have had that in your time, too.
I hope you're not teaching the children that that's acceptable. Boom, 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 boom.
What do you do when it isn't New Year's?
Yeah.
Hibernate. I have a beautiful bedroom with a water bed bed in a pink satin shit. You know what it looks like? The ice castle in Superman 2.
Wow.
And I cuddle up with myself, and I have a vibrator the size of an actual person.
So you kind of look like old Peach,
Hang on.
old Princess Peach. in
I
that?
have led a life that only a woman my age can live. One of fantasy come true. If you can see it or smell it, it can be real.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you also, in your bedroom, get advice from a hologram of Marlon Brando?
It's not Marlon Brando, but there is a hologram. A couple of holograms. One of them is a hologram of Paul Lynde. You know who that is?
Yeah.
He was a gay man who hosted the Hollywood Squares. And he used to do a big smile that looked like it was made out of plastic. And anyway, he talks to me once in a while. Sometimes I speak to my dead sister, Ruth Ann. She passed away. I might have killed her, boom, boom, but I didn't. Or did I?
Now, is she in the room with you, or are you sort of speaking to her
Where
spirit?
have you been listening? Somewhere else, some other podcast? Or have you been at this podcast, the one we're recording?
His ears are a little bad. He was burned head to toe.
Yeah.
A hologram, a hologram. It's sort of like a 3D movie theater, only it talks to you.
Gotcha.
Well, just so that everyone knows, Wanda was tried and convicted for the murder of her sister.
I know, currently, summer at my ice castle and winter at the homeless encampment at Gower and Franklin, right in the middle of Hollywood.
You winter at the encampment?
Yes, I
Switch
do.
it around.
There's more people there, and you can cuddle up and get warm.
Oh, man, do you ever go just a few blocks south and see some of that great theater?
Oh, you mean at the Great Palladium Pantages?
A little further.
I used to perform there
At the
back in
Pantages.
day. At the Pantages Palladium Hollywood Warner Brothers.
You did. Did you perform on stage?
Of
What
course
did you do?
I did.
Okay.
I did a kick line, but I was like a rock cat only alone. So I would do a kick, but it was in perfect sync with myself. One leg at a time. Boom, boom,
Well, yeah,
boom, boom.
there's nothing to sink it to. It's just one leg.
Ba-ba-bop, cha-cha, you're correct. You can only imagine how the men would go crazy when they thought they'd get a view of my ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. But they didn't, because my legs were so close together, I started a fire from the friction and burned the whole place down.
Oh my God, you were responsible for the Pantages fire of 1944?
And the library of the Central Library in 1987, which you
Wow.
can read about in Susan Orlean's new book, The Library Book.
So being a New Year's baby is almost your smallest thing.
Yeah.
Listen, it might be my smallest thing, but I think it's the most significant and pertinent to the conversation we're having in the
I
Teachers
agree.
Lounge.
That's
I
absolutely
agree.
true.
After all, a new year is a time to get naked, peel your skin off, pull out your muscles, and see what's inside. Put it back together, it was yours. If it doesn't get put back together like Mr. Potato Head, it was never yours to begin with.
Wow.
So
What a
if you
beautiful
pull your
message.
skin off,
Yeah.
and
Like
it
the Robbie
doesn't
Williams
adhere
Millennium
back,
video.
it was never yours to begin with?
Who's got fentanyl? Let me tell you something. This is the year that once in a while I do an opioid and then I take myself off, see what happens, and then go right back on.
You gotta
So
be
we're in the
careful with
between
that
spot?
fentanyl. Now, that's for elephants.
Listen, let me tell you something about an elephant. Years ago, 1963, P.T. Barnum, dead, but he wasn't a part of the story. There was an elephant there, a pink one, a rare pink elephant. I came out dancing on top of it. That's right, tap dancing on a platform built special for the elephant. And I fell off, don't you know? My hiney was showing to everybody. It got bigger applause than the elephant.
So your hiney upstaged the pink elephant.
I had a perfect tush. I can't tell you about it anymore because if I get out of this seat, you're going to see part of it will still stick to the seat. But let me tell you something, back in the day, it was like a cherry.
And this was back in the good old days, 1963, when people would see a hiney, they'd all stand and applaud.
Oh, would they ever? They didn't have the internet. They were so thrilled to be able to get up close to something real, something made of flesh, something with blood flowing through it, something that you could stick a syringe right into.
So you said most people, when they get older, their hiney might start to sag. You say now your hiney is sticky?
No, it's not sticky. It stays stuck because it's got sags that stick in the creases, like in this chair here, where
Okay.
there's screws that hold the chair
Okay,
together.
yes. You brought in multiple chairs and sat down. You had your own chair on your hiney.
You know who's gonna make a comeback this year?
Oh.
Harvey Weinstein. I can't wait to see what Miramax pulls out of its rabbit's hat this year.
So you want him back?
Listen, sometimes you got fingered because you wanted to get fingered, and sometimes you had to do the fingering.
Fingered Harvey Weinstein?
Is that why he's using that walker now?
Golden age of Hollywood was golden as a golden shower. No one understands that. You used to be able to get peed on and be a proud person afterwards. Just wash your skin off. But not anymore. Now it's this one's Me Too. That one's timed up. I got this one Me Too timed up. Let me tell you something. Harvey Weinstein, back in his day, before he became a fat ogre, was still fat and still ugly. You should have seen him. When he was a toddler, he had stubble.
Now, Wanda, just
look like a
based
big
on
toddler.
these first 10 minutes or so of talking to you, I am questioning the school's choice to bring you in as a guest lecturer.
I couldn't disagree more. Children need to know their history. They need to know what it was like back in the day. All these children want to go on The Voice or American Idol or this one or that one and be a singing star. Well, you got to climb up the ranks slowly. Sometimes you got to perform in a laundromat for one person at a time who may or may not be jacking off at you. You got to pay your dues.
Wanda, your life makes me sadder every time you talk. Look, I do think that there's a little bit of, even when you talk about The Voice or American Idol, I mean, we all recognize you from the blooper episode of all of those shows.
Of course, because I went and took my shot. You think I'm not going to take my shot? I'm old enough to know that when there's a shot, you take it.
Yeah.
You go in there and you bleed all over the goddamn place. But when
Literally.
yes, of course.
Yeah, you're the one who pulled CeeLo's pants down.
And I'm HIV positive. So when I go and I make a chance for myself, I'm making a chance for life. I'm making a chance for all of my people out there, my fan club, people, little girls who want to jump out of cakes and show them what you got and shake your titas. And you can do that and have so much more. I've lived a life that you can only imagine. I've seen everything, done everything, tasted everything, and the year is just beginning.
Wow. What an impressive, incredible life you've had. I got to be honest, I didn't know, and I'm sorry.
Name a man, I'll tell you what his penis looks like.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, little shorts, wears a jacket.
His penis wears a jacket.
Yeah, but it's a bomber
Wow.
jacket, like the one in the Top Gun.
So it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got Ray-Bans. Yeah.
Let's see.
How about Morgan Freeman?
Oh, it's got freckles and it's African American.
Well, the second half of the
I don't think of penis as having. Can they ever have another race than the person they're on?
Occasionally. You never know what you're gonna. This is America. It's a melting pot.
Right.
What about Andre the Giant?
Oh, very small. Isn't that
Really?
something? Not what you'd
Ironic.
expect. Teeny tiny, like frozen peas.
His
So if you
penis
had
just like
sex-
frozen peas?
No, the balls. The penis was normal size.
So have you bedded these people?
Bedded.
Or
Listen, back in the day, you ever hear of Hugh Hefner?
yes, Playboy.
Yeah.
The man.
That's right.
Cool guy, grotto.
We all used to spend our time at the grotto,
You
which
did.
some of us used to call bacteria soup. And we would go in there.
Because you would eat it?
No, because we would bathe in it and get our dander all over the place. Anyways, back in Hollywood, back in the day at the Hugh Hefner Playboy Mansion, we would all squeeze our breast milk right into the water. And the things that went on there, you cannot get out of your head. Okay?
Yeah.
I
Right.
saw things, they saw things, we all saw things.
Wow.
Boom, 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 boom.
Shooting fake guns again.
Yep. Boom, 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 boom.
So
Boom,
you
boom,
would
boom, boom.
just squeeze your breast milk into the grotto.
You know Angeline, the one with the pink car?
Yes.
Me
yeah.
too, I know her.
Yes.
Oh, we don't know her personally. We are aware of her.
Oh, well, she won't talk to me anymore after I stole her thunder at the Playboy Mansion in 1991.
Really?
Yeah.
So Angeline's there. What's Angeline doing? Is she-
Angeline is driving a little pink car. She gets out of the pink car, gets in a pink golf cart. She gets out of that, gets on a pink tricycle, and then takes that off and puts on pink roller skates.
So
She
just
thinks she's
having pink things is her talent.
That's right.
And by stole her thunder, you mean you tried to drown her.
I tried to drown her in one of the toilets. Correct.
And what, her whole body into the toilet or just
She's
her head?
very small. So I tried to drown her. She hasn't forgiven me. Once in a while, I pass by her. She'll drive by me in Hollywood. She thinks she's so terrific. Well, I got a message for you, Angeline. I'm the one who's working right now. I'm the one who was invited to Hamilton High School. I'm the one who gets to go and tell a bunch of youth about what to do with their lives. Take that, Renee Goldberg. which is her real name.
Wow.
And very similar to her, you were Jewish and changed your whole look and personality.
Yes, that's right. I was a Holocaust survivor.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you don't want to lead with that if you're trying to be a, Hollywood actor.
That's where you'd be wrong. Every audition I go into, I say, hey, Anne Frank? Went to school with her. You should cast me. I'll tell you what she was really like. Secret newsflash. She was a pain in the ass. And I cannot believe that out of all the diaries, hers is the one that got published.
Well,
Did you have a diary?
I've seen the photo in your house of you pointing to her house in Germany in front of a bunch of soldiers.
Correct. I had taken on the Dutch name Flugen, and I was walking by a house, and I happened to see the Gestapo, and I said, listen to me, there is a whiny pain in the ass who took my pencil and never gave it back. She's in the attic.
Yeah, and your
taking
skirt
your
blew
pencil.
up. It was kind of your Marilyn Monroe over the subway grate.
Correctamundo. Bing, bang, boom, boom, boom. When you've been around as long as I have, you get to really know the world. You see things. You meet popes. You meet this one. You meet that one.
So you're a Holocaust survivor because you became Dutch?
I became no. Oh boy, got to know your history. I was born a small Asian Jew in the little Dutch hamlet of Rotterdam, and I was discovered, and I disguised myself. That's when I knew I had a talent for performing, and I went out into the streets and I said, my name is Fluffen, and nobody paid attention except to just pass me by, and that's when I saw that pain in the ass Anne Frank up in her attic, scribbling away, and I could
saw
tell
it
you,
writing.
I saw the shadow on the wall. I knew it. And let me tell you something. Back before she became attic girl, she was just that girl who knew everything. Hand shoots right up for every answer. Like she's
Teacher's
the smartest one. Teacher's pet. What a pain in it. Not for me. No, thank you. She didn't have my personality.
No.
No.
Wow.
Well, congrats on making it all this way.
Oh, I'm so proud of me. I'm so happy to be here. I can't wait to tell the students of Hamilton High School that they can achieve their dreams if they just do enough drugs and bribe enough people.
I hate to tell you this, but I think you might be involved in the DARE talk today as a
Scared
What
straight
not to
type of
do.
thing.
as a what not to do. They're gonna.
Does DARE still stand for what it used to stand for?
Well, right now it's drug abuse resistance education.
Oh, that's not what I heard. I thought it stood for
Take your time.
dudes aren't reading Elvish. You know,
Also true.
Peter Jackson. He's a director that I've always wanted to work with from Australia, I believe. Or one of those other places. Down under.
He's from New Zealand. No, this isn't dudes aren't reading Elvish. It's not a presentation of that.
So I'm going to go up in front of the kiddies and say, listen to me, and look at what I got to offer you. Crystal meth, yes, but so many other things. I got stories. I lived a life. I've put it in every hole that's in my body, and then I made a couple of new holes to put things in. So you can do what
The
I
tracheotomy hole in your neck?
Yes, of course. Can you believe I can speak so well with that tracheotomy hole?
It's really
No, honestly,
it's
no.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Shocking.
one of two. There's one straight out the backside, so I can put a straw all the way through.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
can see the
Yeah.
wall behind you,
of course
looking
you
at
can.
your neck.
Look, I'm putting my hand behind him. Waving
Oh,
at
you're
you.
flipping me off through your neck hole.
Oh, is that funny?
It looks like the poster of Death Becomes Her, but just the neck.
Meryl Streep. Whore.
Okay, honestly, the take that Twitter would be most offended by so far of what you've said.
Yeah.
Here's you got the bottom of the line of cocaine is this. You can do whatever you want. You can achieve whatever you achieve. Just spread your legs and get knocked up early. That's the message for all of you girls out there who are too afraid to push a man off you.
Now, Wanda, do you have children?
Yeah, of course
You do.
It's so important to procreate. Leave them wherever you dump them out. Once they come out of your vagina, any dumpster will do, any fireplace will do. Just leave them there. Someone will find them.
Fireplace.
Wait, so why is it important to do that?
Well, because the world needs to be populated. Have you ever lived in a world with nobody in it?
No?
No.
Exactly.
That's a good point, I guess.
I feel like I do have to say that I don't know that I condone that exact method of having children. As a man who abandoned his daughter when she was in her teens.
Good for you!
I have a little bit of regret about it, you know?
Have you heard from her? Have you seen her on Instagram?
I've tried. Well, now that's a great idea. The problem is every time I start an Instagram, she blocks me right away.
And you get flagged for lewd content.
That's the problem with modern communication. You gotta go back to old-fashioned stalking. I used to stalk. I've been stalked. I stalked. I've been stalked. I stalked. I have been arrested in many states.
For stalking?
Of course, for stalking.
So do you stalk like people you used to be in a relationship
Yes.
with? Okay. And
Yes.
and their families. And you
Yes.
what you just
Yes.
are
Their
you
pets?
Yes! How else are you supposed to make meaningful connections with people unless you can trap them into being your friend?
Do you ever talk to them face to face, or are you always sort of following?
When you say face to face, you mean your face on your face or your face like your tush?
I guess face to face.
No.
Oh, okay. So you
but
talk
you
to
do
their
talk
butt.
to them through their butt.
Everyone in the whole world has their own love language. I am explaining mine. Whether or not you keep track of it is your problem.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that
Your love
vulnerable
language
share.
face to
is
butt.
is face to butt conversation.
Let me tell you something. It gets their attention. Hey-oh-oh-oh-hey-oh.
Which is the orientation? Is it your face on their butt or their
Well,
butt
it
on your?
depends on the person, of course. And whether or not
So
they're...
somebody who you maybe wouldn't put your face in their butt, you would let them put their face in your butt.
Look, I don't want to get into the mechanics. I think it's what's important is whether or not you communicate meaningfully, whether or not you exchange body fluids in a meaningful way, whether or not whether or not you're able to communicate what's going on the inside and the outside. And with me, the outside means one nipple and then the other nipple. Happy New Year!
She's trying to get up, but her butt is stuck to that chair.
Inside the crease.
And I think she's super glued those nipple tassels on because they're not coming off and she's
No.
ripping her skin a little
Yeah,
bit.
she's got a cake on her lap. Didn't really bring a whole cake to jump out of
Nope.
this time.
Nope.
So you've been to 5 parties just today.
Just tonight, I went to 5 parties that I was not invited to.
What's the best way to get a party going that is maybe a little stale?
Great advice for you fans out there.
People have forgotten the joy of song.
Okay.
It's important to join together and sing songs for the holidays, preferably songs that everyone knows the words to. Or you can just make up the words as you go along. But music is the great unifier.
So if you're throwing a party, you'll just start singing a song, and ideally one everyone knows, but you might make one up and hope everyone gets along and sings with you.
Correct. Mariah Carey. I remember now. Who's the one who sings All I Want
That's
for
her.
That's
Christmas
her.
Said her name already.
Mariah Carey.
is
Yes.
you. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, da,
Okay, now
ba,
I've lost
ba,
it.
ba, da,
Might not
ba,
be
da,
her.
ba, ba. Hey, hobo man. Hey, dappadan. Bum, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba,
Same
ba.
song?
Sandman. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Bring me a dream. Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Oh, a medley.
Walking over my grave. But that's how you bring people together. A good music and a good canapé.
A
Can of,
Canapé.
well, I thought you said can of pee.
Oh, absolutely.
A nice canapé.
Okay, now that explains a lot of the cans you have with you.
Of course,
And the
bring
smell in the room.
something for everybody. It doesn't matter where it came from. It's the thought that counts.
Okay, she's handing us all cans of pee, I think.
Now you have...
Thank you.
And now I wouldn't use those as your urine samples, as I got all kinds of things coursing through my veins.
I don't think I was going to use this as anything.
Yeah, well, there
I
is a
didn't need
loose
more-
bag of cocaine just floating in this one.
Yeah, pretty dense bloodstream of stuff.
Yeah.
You passed a bag of cocaine to you.
Yeah, I was once a drug mule. It was 1947 and drugs hadn't been invented yet. But I went down to South America and discovered them. And then I took plastic, also not in wide use at the time, and I put them in a thumb-sized baggie, swallowed it, and kept it in my gut for 50 years.
Now I think that this is.
You can't.
We gotta try some of this vintage Coke.
This to me is actually an empowering story. The first ever drug mule was a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, and very, very strong of you to make that choice. I guess you were in South America in 1947. Based on the Anne Frank stuff, I guess I know why you went to South America.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
And then you just needed to make some money.
Yeah. And the other thing I'd like all of my female listeners to know is that you can do anything with your vagina. You can do it and stick anything you need up there and store it for an unlimited amount of time. And if a baby happens to grow in there, there's room for both.
Unlimited amount of time? I don't know.
The delivery seemed pretty relaxed because she kept it in there for 50 years.
Yeah, that's
I can
true.
tell you right now, the things that I've seen in my life, you babies couldn't even possibly imagine. Your lives are stuck in caves of your own making now.
Well, what was like old Hollywood like? We've heard a lot of
Hollywood.
tales.
Oh, it was Frank Sinatra and Cary Grant and Montgomery Clift.
Wow, famously.
All doing it with me in one room, one bed, one time. And because they didn't have such things as camcorders, we were shooting it right on 35 millimeter.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Now,
That's
could you
expensive.
tell at the time that Montgomery Clift was secretly gay based on that experience?
Of course, he was flaccid like Lake Placid. He was not interested in Wanda, what I had to offer. But listen, you can't please them all. And I only had room for two at a time anyway, in my anus and my vagina. So, as it worked out, Montgomery was the film operator.
Okay, so he would just crank the film.
I can't wait to tell these stories at the DARE conference
Yeah,
tomorrow.
what about other parts of Hollywood? I guess we were talking more about the culture and the town.
Oh, I
and-
thought you meant other parts, like other parts of body, like breasts or
No, Hollywood. We want to know about Hollywood.
Taint. I love that word. What a one! They didn't use that word back. They used to call
You
it.
don't have to show us. You don't have to show us.
I'm going to show you
No,
right
you don't
now.
have
Hold
to
on
show
a second.
us.
Stay still.
We believe you know what it means.
It's under there somewhere.
How have you lost it?
I don't know.
Flipping through her butt like a book.
Ages.
She's getting her finger
Oh my
wet.
God, this has got a lot of pages
She's wetting
to
her
it.
finger.
Age is not kind. That I can tell you right now. Oh, it's so sad to get older. Back in Hollywood, back in the day, oh, they used to have beautiful cars and little men in suits running around and cleaning them.
That's nice, yeah.
They were usually, yeah. It was definitely a racist time.
Yeah, right.
But back in the day, you could walk down the Paramount Main Road and see showgirls and tigers and mobsters and cops and robbers. And you saw all kinds of things, and the harassment was everywhere, right in plain sight. You could see women just balancing on men's fists while they walked around. Women were the puppets, and men were the puppeteers. And it was, it was a simpler time.
Well, that's how Sesame Street got started, right?
Of course it did. Big Bird. Oh,
Well, you
I'm
were,
Big
Snuffleupagus
Bird.
was based on you, correct?
Oh, sure, because no one believed I was real for a really long time. Until I finally convinced them by showing them my hairy bush, which reminded them of
That'll
Snuffleupagus.
convince anybody.
Of course it will. They don't come, if they're not that big, has to be real. Anyway, back in the day in Hollywood, we would stroll up and down the studio sound stages and we would look at everybody making their movies and say, this is the golden era. Did I say golden showers already?
You did.
Because they were prevalent at the time.
Okay, a lot of peeing on each
A lot
other.
of peeing on each other. Sure, because we didn't have fentanyl.
Now you must
The
have lost.
point is, it was a different time, and now we have all surfed into the future, and here we are. And yes, some people are dead, but I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm still auditioning. I'm going to 200 South La Brea for a commercial audition just tomorrow in the new year. I'm gonna become the new Spectrum Mobile girl.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's great. They're still calling you in. That's
Do you
really
want
cool.
to? I mean, I'm a theater teacher here, and these guys all have Hollywood experience. Do you want to run the audition? Did they give you lines?
I would love to. Here are the sides. Sides is a script.
Okay, here we go.
She's reaching for Todd's penis.
No, look, no, I don't think this is how it works anymore.
I'm sorry, I
don't
thought
think
you
did
were
the job
my
this way.
purse.
Okay, good cover.
Okay.
All right, so she's going to read the copy.
Your spectrum.
I'm gonna make it my own.
Absolutely. I want nothing less.
Bang, bang, boom. I'm here to tell you about Spectrum.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, I think she died.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Wanda?
she'll wake up.
Wanda. Hey.
Wanda?
She died in the middle of rehearsing a commercial audition?
No, she can't be dead.
Cocaine.
Okay, she's back.
Did I get it?
Well, you said the lines you wrote on the paper.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna make it my own.
oh no, she went back
I'm
in
gonna
time.
make it my own.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Wanda. I can't afford a mobile phone, but maybe you can. And if you do, you'll have a computer in your hand, and you won't look up for it like all the people who walk by the encampment and don't give me no change. Oh, look at you! Boom, bang, boom, boom.
Wow.
Well, if Spectrum is looking to remind its customers that a lot of the world is without home right now and doesn't have access to a cell phone or Wi-Fi,
I consider myself a public service announcement that just walks around with tits.
I would say, I'd say that is to a T what you are.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Now listen, Wanda, I honestly feel like we could talk with you for another hour and it would never slow down and it would be so much fun. But unfortunately, we are coming up on time today. I know, but you've got to go do your assembly, so you're
I
wanted.
gotta go do my assembly. I gotta go prepare. I'm gonna shave my twat.
Okay. Don't
And
say
she's
that
looking
in
for
front of-
it.
Don't say
Looking
that.
for it again.
Flipping
Through her
I
body
don't have
like a
your
book.
razor. Get it. Come on.
I thought you were.
You don't need to shave for this. It's just an assembly for kids. It's fine.
Please don't show your genitals. In
How
fact,
am I gonna explain them if I can't show them?
that's not what this assembly is about, Wanda.
I was called in for something very specific, and I'm here to do my job and wish them all a happy new year and tell them that they can go all the way, baby, because they've already come a long way,
As she's
baby.
crawling into the cake she brought
back
right
into
now.
the cake.
Hey, will somebody
Very small
deliver me
cake.
to the assembly room?
Into a
And she's
tiny cake.
standing in a cake, sort of ankle deep.
I can still see everyone because there's a crack in the box.
And I don't know why she used a cherry-like filled cake. It's like a cherry.
Oh, it tastes delicious in here.
Oh man! Well, Wanda, thank you so much for being here today. We learned a lot, and we really appreciate you stopping by. And we'll be back next week with more. And until then,
Stay flippy.
Class is out and the coffee's on. I got a couple things on my chest, but I got to get off. Cut me some slack and pour me a cup of that joy. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge. Let's wrap it up and hit the road.
If you enjoyed the Teacher's Lounge, make sure to check out their bonus mini episodes available on Stitcher Premium. Just go to stitcherpremium.com/teacher and use promo code TEACHER for your first month free. Also, the guys would like to thank Casey Trela, who made the incredible theme song for the show. You can check out his music at Casey Trela, that's Trela, on Twitter. Finally, the Teacher's Lounge has a lot of great merch available. Just go to podswag.com/teacher and see for yourself. Thanks for listening.